Hi beautiful people, back here again with headaches, and I was speaking about my story and what headaches were all about. Many years later, when I researched as to why I was getting continuous and prolonged headaches, what was really happening with me, I had this amazing tool with me which is called Meta Health, which helped me to put insight into what was really happening inside my head. So let's understand disease. So let's understand first of all that disease is anything which I'm not at ease with. So dis-ease, I'm not at ease with it, right? And when what is it that I was not at ease with? What is it that had stressed me out? What is it? Now just put yourself in my shoes. Imagine you just had a little baby, you've been married for 1 year, and you've lived all by yourself, and now you're moving straight into the zone where you're going to be staying with your in-laws. Will it be a stress for you? It depends, right? Whether what kind of relationships you have. But what if you have not really stayed with them before? Will there be apprehension? Of course there will be. And there's something else that had happened in my life just because before that. When my son Arjun was born, he was very unwell, extremely unwell. In fact, he had to go through surgeries. Now we were moving with a little baby who had been through surgeries and wasn't well. Will that be a stress because now I was going to move his doctors, had to trust the people that I didn't trust before? Would that be a stress that I would be carrying? Of course, right? So that is what I was not at ease with. So I was not at ease with dislocating my son and going to another place. Now, third, when I did reach there, the culture of that place. Have you ever moved to another place and suddenly felt overwhelmed by a new culture? Imagine you go for a holiday or somebody from a gaon comes to Mumbai. Will you be overwhelmed with the kind of traffic? Imagine somebody coming from UK, from the noiseless roads, or Praha, or let's say Eastern Europe, where there's not a single sound on the road, and he just suddenly comes over here and he hears all the bang and the boom of our country on the roads that we have, the honking. Will that little small changes create stress in you? Well, I was the same. I reached New Delhi, I wasn't used to the culture. I wasn't used to so many things. The biggest one was I wasn't used to people interfering in my life. I was a very independent person who was used to living in her own space. So think right now, when I'm talking about myself, I want you to relate to what's happening in your life. What is it that you're not at ease with? What is it that's creating stress for you? So look at all those things. Of course, the last one I didn't mention. My husband was going to share the space that I had shared with him all alone, now with his mom and me. Can that sharing create stress? Just think about it. Can you sharing your space with someone else who you're not used to create stress? Let me give you a little example here. What if you're in a hostel, and in a hostel you have a little other person in the room? You just can't get along with that other person. You don't like their habits. Maybe you don't like the way they smell. Maybe you don't like the way they look. Maybe you don't like the expression on their face. Maybe they remind you of someone who was not happy with you in your past. Now all these stresses can be there. Well, for me, I was meeting a lot of new people. People who I just met maybe on the day I got married, and I just said, hi, hello, how are you? Now I was interacting with them. They had to be in my space. I had to adjust with the new space, new dealings, new people. And could that have caused a huge amount of difficulty in my space? Think about it. Now, when you are not at ease, your body is in stress. When something is putting you out of ease, your body is in stress. So you can have big stresses going on there, like adjusting with the little baby who's not well. You can have big stresses of going and living with your mom-in-law. You can have big stresses of migrating, or you can have small stresses where, oh God, what kind of medication do I give my son now? And to add to it, once he reached there, my son reached Delhi, he just wouldn't be okay. He had severe constipation. He was just 6 months of age, and I didn't know what to do to make him okay. It was like too much happening around me. So I want you to now search into your lives, guys, and see what's happening in your life. What in your life is putting you in stress? Write all that down. It could be nothing is small deal. Write everything down and see what are the stories that you're building around your story. Thank you so much for hearing. I will be continuing talking about the headache in the next talk. If you want to hear more about the headaches, do connect to me on anumehta.co.in on my blog, or you could connect to YouTube of Help Library called Help Talks. Thank you so much.